everybody, welcome back to the Moon Horoscopes Podcast. So, these are your horoscopes for the week of June 14th through June 20th. So, keep in mind, we're in our new flow. So, these horoscopes will be going from Wednesday to the following Tuesday. It's really great. I love doing it this way. It just really helps to keep things organized and it works well with my schedule. So we're going to go ahead and dive in and get started. Just keep in mind, if you ever want to read the horoscopes just a little bit earlier, you can always do that on my website. They go out every Wednesday and the podcast goes out every Thursday. All right, so getting started. Capricorn. This week, you're not really ready to be seen. In your semi-isolation, you are highly creative and nurturing. However, your focus shifts from external to internal as you begin to nurture yourself. This brings about changes in your appearance and the ways you give to your body. At the end of the week, there is a desire to make things more real in your life. It may have felt a bit, kind of out of this world, magical for a moment there. I mean, with your abundance of creative energy, you're seeing things happen effortlessly. So, to get more real in your life, you work your sense of grounding. You quickly uncover your typical ways of grounding, and any places you might have found safety are not exactly working very well at this time. In the next week, you make a decision to come out of hiding. You are being seen and leaving others in awe. You are so beautiful and different from those around you. There isn't a natural place for you, so, you decide to just create your own place within the community. This is where you step into teaching others how to create safety for themselves. This will open up their ability to access their emotional center and their creative energy. You're so talented as a teacher that you receive a lot of validation. However, you may not know how to receive this validation for yourself as it's a bit uncomfortable at first. Great, moving on to Aquarius. This week, you're a bit scared because there is a place you need to go in your life. You are standing on the edge, trying to gain enough courage to take your next step. Right now, you're fully invested in your creativity, but your resistance to the next step may push you to indulge in things that make you unconscious. You do eventually tiptoe into your next steps, but you end up feeling panicked by other people's desperation for help. This intense energy has you running back to the edge as you question if you can really overcome this obstacle. At the end of the week, you're moving back into the unconsciousness and you're super frustrated by your inability to clear the fuzziness you may feel kind of all over your life. In the next week, you begin to create a tool that can help you move forward easier. However, you might find that this tool doesn't really work well at first. You are still feeling stuck. You're attempting to get to the other side of this game and a whole new world awaits you. And it's quite different and quite the opposite of the one that you're moving through right now. That is your challenge. You will be seen, you will be highly creative, you'll work on something larger than yourself, you'll even possibly be in collaboration and maybe even asking others for their support. Totally different from where you're at now. You can have all of this because you've learned how to not give your energy away to those that are desperate for your help. Now, this is the thing. Right now, you might feel stuck, but you're learning how to get some space with this old game. All right, moving on to Pisces. This week, you're in a bit of hiding as you allow life to delight and tickle you. At the end of the week, you hit an energy that would prefer you line up with the world. There is a pressure to be a particular way in the world. You move further into hiding and silence as you'd prefer to not be seen by this pressure or person. At the end of the week, as a way around this controlling energy, you may create a rather dramatic distraction. This could be speaking a truth or even just, dropping something out of the blue. This creates enough confusion that you're able to make your way around this energy and into being yourself. You're able to mature and start doing what you really want to do in the world. In the next week, internal panic alarms blare as you are afraid that the old energy, well, it could return. However, there is a part of you that understands that this is cyclical. This isn't the first time, and it likely won't be the last. Until you are strong enough to finally kick that pressure to the curb for good, you have a great understanding and a great deal of compassion to know that you can always run if you need to. You're hopeful, but sincerely compassionate with yourself and your current reality. Great, moving on to Aries. This week, you are on the edge of life asking for help, but no one comes to support you. Interestingly, part of you is happy no one shows up, although another part of you is feeling super frustrated and sad. Without support, you now have to create a new tool that can get you from point A to point B all by yourself. At the end of the week, you begin to build up your strength by giving to yourself for your upcoming journey. You're allowing yourself to indulge in anything that means wholeness and wellness for your body. With this, you begin to realize that this new tool you've been creating is an extension of yourself. This is an incredible discovery. In the next week, you are moving into saving yourself instead of looking outward as you launch forward with your new tool. You have a great deal of self-trust, even though you may not be able to always see the path forward. You simply know that you can set an intention, manifest a path or mood, and you will move in that direction. Why? Because your creation is a part of you and it's a part of your thoughts, and it works based off of all of that. As you continue to trust yourself, you see that you move forward in the exact way you created from within you. Great, moving on to Taurus. This week, you are jumping in a cycle between being in the box and being outside the box. At one point, you tried to stay within the confines of the box. It only sort of works, but you feel very stiff and limited. You really want to be outside the box, period. But you're a little too scared to take that next step. At the end of the week, you find you literally can't breathe in the box, so you step outside of it for good. You quickly realize that the box was made up of other people's demands for your life. They wanted you to fit in. This is both illuminating and frustrating. In the next week, you begin to create a life that reflects your true identity. You are no longer a blank canvas for others to fill in and design. You are now allowing yourself to be seen as you are. At first, this might appear physically within your wardrobe and your accessories before it branches outward into your life. Awesome. Moving on to Gemini. This week, you are feeling stuck near the edge of something. You can't seem to get unstuck no matter how hard you push. Slowly, you surrender and allow yourself to be exactly where you are. In this relaxed mode, you're able to see intimate levels of structure, organization, and the very foundation things are built on around you. You're currently in a special place where most people aren't able to see every day, if at all. At the end of the week, you finally get unstuck as you go out and create something based on this new information. Your creation may look much like the foundations you were recently studying, and you may notice some others are pissed off because of the similarity. They may even rally that you can't continue forward with this project. In the next week, you go back to where you recently left to collect up all of your energy, cut some of those old cords with folks, and pull in additional support for your new creation. This is where you begin to focus your energy fully into the new. With all this energy, you're able to slowly let people get a small peek of your new creation.